Hello, Lauren Doyle here once again, your favorite intuitive development teacher and coach for Trust Your Gut and all things intuition for business, personal relationships, and personal growth. Just personal today. So I'm answering questions per usual. And so today is it's more of a particular request more than an actual question, which is, why do you have to fully feel your emotions for a transition to happen? Okay, so this is actually like a big subject, but I will explain it in as little of a chunk as possible to help you understand this. And I'm sorry if I cough during this thing, but my throat is kind of scratchy from seasonal allergies. Can you believe that? Anyways, excuse me. There you go. Okay, why do you have to fully feel your feels? So your emotions, so it goes like this with intuitive development and everything that has to do with energy and energy shift, expansion, and all of this. And I will get into all of this much, much, much deeper as we go on. But this is just going to skim the surface of it. So it goes from energetic to emotional to physical. Okay? So as things happen, so you experience it in an energetic way first because energy is instantaneous. Then it becomes an emotional thing, which is kind of between the two levels. And if you feel that emotion when it happens, then it processes and it doesn't become physical. But if you experience the energetic and you lock it into emotional and you stuff it down, so heavy, that wheelhouse that I was talking about, anything that's a heavy energy becomes a heavy emotion, right? So when you get stuck in that wheelhouse of heavy emotions, that's when those things then become physical. So they get locked into your physicality somehow. So that's when you start to develop physical pains in certain areas of the body, sicknesses or repetitive issues in certain areas of the body. And that's because there's emotional baggage, essentially, that gets stuffed into the physicality of yourself. So it goes from energy to emotional to physical. Okay, that happens. Now to unwind that, okay, to get your, we're going to start using some woo-woos. So to get your frequency, basically like what I talked about before, like getting the channel clearer. So getting the static out of your channel so you're clearer, so that your intuitive messages can be much, much stronger and clearer, then we've got to get the static out. So that static, in order to get that out, we have to do the opposite. So it goes from the physical to the emotional back to the energetic. So to unwind that stuff, we have to see first, where is it locked into the body? So we go into the physicality of it. Oftentimes those things present as repetitive pain patterns, repetitive sickness patterns, habits. So they become like negative habits. All of those things are locked into the physicality of it. We identify those things, we get those things shifted, then we can uncover what is the emotional behind that. So what were those emotions that got stuffed, they got locked into the physicality? This is why, to answer the question, why must you fully feel the emotion that unlocks itself and comes up once we start moving those things out of the body? So once we tap into that physicality and we uncover that emotion, when you fully start to feel that emotion, that's when people start projecting it onto something outward. But that is exactly the time where you need to actually turn towards it, examine it, and allow yourself to feel it. Recognize where in the body it's moving out from and feel that emotion, which is going to be something heavy, right? It's going to be anger, sadness, depression, crying, anxiety, all of those things. It's going to unlock itself. You have to allow yourself to feel that. Where is it coming from the body? And then process it. Processing means that you fully feel it, you recognize what it is, and you let it go. There's very often memories attached to that. So you experience that memory, and then you process it and let it go. Once that happens, you'll feel lighter. So you'll actually feel physically lighter. The other thing that I've had happen with every single client that I've worked with is that as they experience this and we get through more and more and more of this emotion stuff and fully experiencing it and let it go, their bodies change. So their physicality actually changes as they get more in alignment energetically. So as we get the static out of the channel, everything starts to tighten up and come together. So that means you start to look and feel healthier. You have more energy. So that's the other thing, like these emotional things that are stuck in the physicality are energy drains. So they're sucking and sapping your energy away. So you often will feel tired all the time to the point where your sleep is disrupted. So you're getting less and less and less and less sleep. So you're feeling more and more and more and more tired. It's all connected. So as you let some of this stuff go, suddenly your sleep starts getting better. You're getting more and more rest. You're getting and having more and more energy. And you're feeling physically lighter and you're looking better. So that is why, to answer the question, you must fully feel the emotions as they come forward. And that's another reason why meditation is one of the 5 daily disciplines, because meditation is going to help you be able to witness what the emotion is and experience it without getting totally carried away and caught up in it and swept away in the current of it. You can experience it and still stay grounded. So we're going to address this a lot deeper as we go, but I hope this kind of helped you understand a little bit better of how the process works. And this is exactly what I do. So if you want a private session with me so we can really dive deep into where you're stuck and where some of these things need to move out and move away so you can be fuller, lighter, and brighter, go ahead and click the link below and schedule a private session with me. Otherwise, subscribe to this channel to make sure that you get all of this information that you need to be a fully functioned, strengthened, intuitive being. Until next time, bye!